So I'm going to show you how Raymond Biles is a author who is describing an event. He's using research and to inform you about American ghost towns and how he's using primary sources or firsthand accounts to support what he's saying. He wants to use people who were there for the event, the people who saw it, to support his research. So we're going to go to this page. And I noticed right off the bat that I am seeing a quotation mark right here. And we know that when we see quotation marks, it's either someone talking or it's where the author is using that are not theirs. And so automatically, I can assume right here, make a prediction that this is probably not going to be Raymond Bile. This is probably going to be a primary account or primary source. So let's read and see if I'm right. The Americans have a perfect passion for railroads, wrote Mitchell Chevalier, a French economist in the 1830s. So right there, I know that this is not Raymond Biles' words. These are Mitchell Chevalier, a French economist. And so Raymond Bile is including Mitchell Chevalier, including his account for the Americans and the railroads to explain to us, inform us about the railroads in the American West. So Raymond Bile continues to write a little bit more, and I know this because there's no other quotation marks. If the railroad bypassed the village, it quickly became a ghost town. So Raymond Bile continues to go and say that if a railroad bypassed or avoided the village, it quickly became a ghost town. Well, we already discussed that ghost towns are towns that don't have anybody in them. So I can make a conclusion here that if the railroad avoided the village, then everyone left the town. And Raymond is going to give us more information about railroads in the West by including Helen Hunt. And I know this because Raymond writes Helen Hunt Jackson described Garland City, Colorado, where she lived. So Raymond is going to include, our writer Raymond is going to include what Helen experienced to support more information about railroads in the West. Raymond is going to be using the quotations again here to show, hey, I'm not saying anything anymore. This is going to be Helen now. Let's see what Helen says. 12 days ago, there was not a house here. Today, there are 105, and in a week, there will be 200. I'm going to stop there as a reader and think, well, why were there no houses there 12 days ago? But today, where Helen Hunt is right now, there are 105. Well, if I connect what Raymond and Mitchell told me up here about the railroads and how the railroads avoiding the village, it became empty. Well, maybe the people are going to the railroads. So let's see. However, the town lasted only a few months, at least at that site. When the railroad passed 30 miles to the west, folks moved the entire town. So why are they moving? Well, they want to be near the railroad. When the railroad passed 30 miles to the west, folks would move the entire town to the railroad tracks. Railroad laid down thousands of miles of gleaming tracks across grassland, with a transcontinental link completed in 1869. So Raymond is using Mitchell Chevalier's firsthand account and Helen's firsthand account to really show us how important railroads were to our Americans.